Hi, this is Claire again with the Full Moon cards, and this time I chose the German Skat cards, which I will explain a little bit in a minute, because in the past reading we had the Lenormand cards, and I also wanted to show the playing cards that are heavily used or had been heavily used in German fortune telling traditionally, because many people are like, we don't have roots. It's very difficult to find our spirituality, alternative spirituality, and things like that in our region. And I always have to say, no, it's not that difficult at all. It's just the homemade things. People look a little bit down on them, right? This is, of course, true for many regions in the world. I know a Nepali shaman who tells about the same problems. In their tradition, he has many Western students. In their tradition, they have exactly the same problem. The young people are like, wow, no, this is our stuff. And everyone knew it. And even Granny did it like that, yes. And so they are interested in more foreign things or in other things in life at all. So this is a worldwide phenomenon. This is not just here in Europe. But I like to talk about these things because I don't know what it's like in your region right now, but here in Germany we have just tarot. Yes, it's tarot for manifestation, it's tarot for this, for that, for self-reflection, and I don't know what. And this is beautiful. Of course, the tarot cards are, I love them. Yes, they are very dear to my heart. They have been my starting point with reading the cards, so I'm always grateful. But we should not overlook our traditions, the things our grannies and great-grannies did, right? And playing cards were very much, yes, in favor, because normal people, usual people, they had like Lenormand from the 19th century on, and they had playing cards, and this was what was used. Tarot, this big tarot hype came with the hippies. Yes, before you could buy tarot cards, they were published, yes. From 1911, I think they were published the first time, 1910, 1911. But the ordinary people, the people who had readings at their kitchen table, right, as it was done, they had playing cards. And the speciality of these playing cards, this is a German version. Many people will know the French version with diamonds and crosses and things like that. This is a German version. I will explain a bit. And this is a special German version. This is Skat mit Damen, with ladies, German pictures. Like, it's not the French deck, it's a German deck. And usually the original German deck does not have ladies. They have like a knave and a knight and then the king. So you always have, with a knight card, you have to imagine this is a lady. And this is a bit difficult. So I'm very happy that this deck is published now also regularly, I think you say, because it has been, I will have a look at the ladies with you, because it has been very beautiful cards, right? It has always been published with, yes, the knave, so to speak, and the knight, and this was always a bit difficult. And these cards came out just as special editions from time to time. And everyone who was playing Skat, because it's still a game that is played, was rushing to get these cards when they have been published, but now they are regularly available. People were rushing to get these cards, and I even got mails from people who play Skat, the game. Where did you get the cards, and are they available now, and so on. And this was really funny because I only use them for divination. I don't know how to play Skat. But it was funny, like a crisscross of people with different interests in the same thing. So here we have a king, and we call them Schellen. There are also many regional different expressions for the cards, because it's really something in folk tradition. So there are regional different names. This is always a good sign when you are looking for folk traditions. We have here what is the crosses. They are the acorns. They are in tarot, you would have the wands. Right, these are the pentacles, the coins. Heart is, of course, the cups, the chalices. This is a female, female water element, the heart cards. And then we also have the spades, which are the swords in tarot, and yes, pik in the French version of the cards. Here we have an ace. these are called green or leaves, which is peak or spades. Spades, I think you say spades in English. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or the swords cards in the tarot. Yes, this is a knight. This is a lady, and they are really beautiful, wonderful designs. They also match very good with the traditional things. Yes, here playing cards, and to me this is emotional because as children we have played with these cards on the schoolyard, right? In primary school, so this is something deeply ingrained, I would say. Yes, the Lady of Hearts, so very beautiful cards. And you will see, you might have already recognized, these cards have a special way of numbers. It's not like playing cards. We also have playing cards in Germany, like Romme cards and things like that. So here are two more aces. Like Romme cards, they have the numbers ace until 10. Skat is special. In Skat we have the ace, and then we have the numbers 7 to 10, and then the court cards, right? So it's not so many cards. But for fortune telling, I don't know why this is. It must be some historical development. For fortune telling, we like to use the Skat cards best, so they are most often used. There are also systems on books, older books, because now everything is about tarot, so most books about reading cards like this, in this style. Also, Skat cards are like the 1990s maybe, from the 1970s to the 1990s. Some books also in the early 2000 years, but afterwards no more books about this. Maybe I should change this one day. It's really like, yes, it's a bit sad. I mean, these are our traditions, and I like tarot, but please have a look at our traditions too. So we will have a look at this, and maybe you know other cards too. Maybe you have a Spanish background or Hispanic background. Then you, I think they are called baraja. I don't know how to say it correctly, but these classical Spanish cards, they are also wonderful to read the cards, but I think you have the number 1 till 10 when you read them, so it's not like our 7 to 10 system. Yes, it's a bit special, but they are, I mentioned the Spanish cards, if you know them, because these here are also more about fortune telling. It's not so much about psychology. I always compare it like you have Skat cards or playing cards. They are most fortune telling. Then you have Lenormand or Kipper cards and other cards. They are a mixture of fortune telling and self-reflection a little bit more. And then you have tarot, which is also a little bit about fortune telling. It can be straight on the point with these things, but it is most, from all these three cards, it's mostly looking towards self-reflection and things like that. So we are here with fortune telling. And here we have the Knave of Acorns, which is a fire element, which is crosses, which is the once in tarot. And in Skat, he means a message, and it's an official message. It is something like, for example, an important job email. It is something like you got a, how you say in English, when someone judges what you did, like also in a job, and you get an official paper about this. I don't know the English word for it. I'm trying to describe. So something like that. It could be from your doctor, your medication, or something like that. So I always have to say full moon reading is a very broad reading, and maybe the Skat cards are the worst cards to use at all for this, but I simply want to show them because these are speaking very on point, right? So take off this from this reading what you like and what is helpful for you, but sometimes it might be just an interesting reading about interesting cards, so that is totally okay. Yes. So we are here with important messages, with things that are relevant, that are official in a way. Yes, like you get it from your boss, you get it from how you say, bureaucratic things, like official things from the state and so on. This is what I mean. This is also about, yes, things from doctors, things from school can be, like when you get your I don't know the English word. When in school you get the paper at the end of the school year, how good you were, right? I think we have numbers like 1 You got a 1, 2, 3, and I think in America, for example, you have A, B, C, right? So this. Yes, so we have official papers of any kind. It's not like, for example, something from relatives, or you could also, of course, get important messages from relatives, from friends, from your partner, things like that. But these are not these things. Yes, like messages from your family background or your friends can also be important, of course, but this means official things. So this is a distinction. So, and our second card is the 7 of Schellen. We call them in our region here. There are many different words for the cards because it's a living tradition, and in Germany we have many dialects, which can be very confusing sometimes when you are from another corner of the country. There are some dialects, for example, in Bavaria or in Swabia, which or also for me personally, or also at the North Sea, where you at the northern, in the northern part of Germany, where it's really difficult to understand the dialect, and I'm even German, so it's we have very different languages, you could say. So we call them Schallen, which is like the little so many English words today. You know the jester who had these little things on his costume? Like what I mean? I have one here, wait. Schallen means these ones here. So this is what it means. It's also the element of earth, of course, the pentacles, the diamonds in the French cards. And we have a 7. So this is a small number, but it's a nice number. In Skat, it's also like the uneven numbers, like 7, 9, and so on. And we will have the 9 here. They are not closed. They are not... you could say they are still hungry in a way. So this means this will go on. It's not like it's now like this and it will stay like this and that's all. It's like it is now like this, and it's a good ground for coming developments. It's not closed. It will go on like an open road, you could say. So the 7 is small, but the 7 is very nice. It's a card of beautiful and positive changes. This is the main keyword for this card. So it's like a little bit like in Lenormand. The cards go together. So when we have him and this card next to it, it means that this official, my God, English. This official message, it's a real tongue breaker, as we would say in German, is a positive one. It's a nice one. It's not too big, right? It's just a 7. So it has its impact, but it's not too big, but it's a nice message, and it will lead to bigger things, because here we have the number 9, and the number 9 is full and heavy and beautifully fat, you could say. It's very, very nice, because we have here the coins, the pentacles, as you would say in English, not in English, in tarot. The element of earth, this also always means it is tangible. You will have tangible results. It's not just like I'm thinking about it or I have a good feeling. These are beautiful things too, but here it really happens. And the number 9 is like a stronger version of the 7 in this reading, you could say. It is about positive changes that happen fast, unexpected, and in very beautiful ways. So when you are into tarot, of course you know the 8 of Wands. Yes, with the 8 wands flying towards you, bringing beautiful things. And the energy of this card is very similar, although it's a different element and a different number. But yes, just to give you a feeling for the energy of the cards, if you know tarot, right? So it happens fast, it is surprising, and you gain something. It's a gaining card, right? So when we put this together as a reading, we have here an official message of some kind. It can be written, it can be on the phone, it can be an email, whatever. And this message comes, official means like from a doctor, from a teacher, from your boss, from work, from the state, something like this. Yes, bureaucracy, maybe with taxes or anything like that. There is a vast possibility of things with this card. Here comes a message At first it seems small, but very positive. And in the long run, it will attract gain for you. There will be positive things happening. It will be a little bit different than you expected. There is always a little surprising moment, like with the Eight of Wands in Tarot. There you also have always a little moment of surprise, like maybe you think it will be this, it will be that, and then something different comes in, right? There is always this little surprising, unexpected moment with this card. But it fortifies this card. It's like exclamation mark after this card, that this will really move something in a very good direction, because we have the number 9, and as I have said before, the number 9 is uneven. This means there is even possibility and good chances for future progress in this matter. Even so, like, it's not closed. It's not like even number. Even numbers, they are not hungry anymore, you could say. They don't want more. They have found their partner, so to speak. The numbers, if you would see them like like energy, so to speak. Yes, yin and yang are already together, but these cards still have a certain kind of hunger in a positive way. This means there will be more. This is open for more changes in the future. It's not closed. There are possibilities that come afterwards and that will bring you even further on a positive way. Yes, so these are the playing cards. These are the full moon cards for today. I wanted to introduce them. I know not many people will use them, and it's not as fancy as tarot for many people, but I truly want to shine a light onto our folk traditions. And I don't know where you are coming from. Maybe you have similar things too, that maybe your granny did, or someone you knew in the past, or you know it from your community that some people are doing it. So if you'd like, have a look at these traditions. They can look a little bit too simple for our modern times and things like that. Yes, people can be very superficial today with things like tarot and other things too in the spiritual field. Like they dismiss what has been good for centuries, just to be modern and to be, we are so en vogue and so modern and so clever. But as my granny said, always clever is stupid too. This is a typical sentence of my granny. You can be too clever and you can miss what has helped people for centuries. So have a look at it. I mean, these times have been tough too, right? And it's always good also, like, you are tapping into this energy field of these cards and of the people they used, who have used them. This is something that's coming from the feeling. It's between the lines. Yes, so you can't pin it down, but when you use these cards, you have the feeling of your ancestors looking over your shoulder, being with you, right? So use these strengths and these forces and these traditions too. Yes, I can just encourage you, right? I know some people, they don't get along with these kinds of cards, like the Tarot de Marseille, which has also just a number of things on it, but no pictures, and that's totally fine. No one has to do it like this. But if you feel an inclination, if you are feeling like, yes, for my ancestors, I would like to have a look at this. Have a look at what your ancestors used. And it's an old tradition, and maybe it catches fire, as we would say, with you, and you find out something very beautiful that has really a heritage also, right? So, yes, long talk, but yes, I have to encourage people a little bit to look for this, because it's really beautiful. So, long talk, and we will see each other in the next full moon cards again.